I'm Kevin Shepherd. I'm Head of Safety, Health, Environment and Quality at Navigator Terminals UK. We store bulk liquid chemicals, hydrocarbons, lots of hazardous liquids. Obviously, if we release a flammable product, we can have major fires. It's important that we maintain that threat perception amongst all the staff, keep ourselves on our toes, and have what's called a chronic sense of unease. To do that, we thought we'd try to arrange some fire training where every member of staff can see, hear, feel, and smell what a large fire is like.
My name is Darryl Bean. I'm the curriculum manager at the SERCO International Fire Training Center. My role here predominantly is managing teams through industrial, offshore, maritime training, assist with the aviation training as well. So I do have a degree in fire science, a minor sociology, and so again, a bit of an anorak, in which case I do study and write technical papers as well. So I try to keep myself fairly well versed in the firefighter realm.
We've never used SERCO International Fire Training before, but they seemed to fit the bill and came up with a good course that met our needs.
So what we did effectively for them was to outfit them in firefighting kit, PPE. We went over the PPE so that they have an awareness of what it's all about and why we wear it the way we do. And then we expose them to a fairly large fire so they can actually see the benefits of how the PPE works in regards to radiant heat. Here we went in some fair detail about fire extinguishers, got them the opportunity to practice it, and we looked at some of the limitations. And lucky for us, being able to burn actual hydrocarbons, they're going to behave the way they did. We have some interesting events with the weather, interesting events with the effect of the extinguishers, so they actually could really get a good learning experience from tackling those fires. From that point, we progressed to larger fires using wheel trolley units, the type that operators may find around their plant. And again, we looked at the limitations for those. We looked at the skill needed to operate them and the time period that they have in order to actually have a good attack with them. We finished off with a three-dimensional, so this is a running fuel fire, so quite difficult in order to manage. So they really got a chance to have a go at some fairly difficult fires. We did some comparative burns where we were using gasoline versus methanol, two products which, quite in abundance at the terminals.
One of the major products we store is methanol, and it doesn't burn exactly the same as most hydrocarbons. It actually burns with invisible flame, so you can't see when it's on fire.
As a particular hazard, being that it is a polar solvent, so it's water leaching, and also the fact that when it's not contaminated, it has a nice, a clear burn to it, then it's actually really important to understand the risk and the hazards it poses in areas where they're using it, storing it, transporting it, so, and especially in an area like down there on the Tees, where the wind effect plays a great role and a great risk in the fact that they may not be able to identify that it's actually burning. And as we're dealing with two different types of hydrocarbon fuels, some polar solvent or water leaching type fuels and normal ones, then we also showed the difference between the extinguishing media required for each particular fire. We were able to use some of the MSDS sheets, so we went through them in fairly good detail to actually learn the limitations, difficulties, interpretation issues that we have with using MSDSs, and why we were able to actually calculate and determine how the fires were going to react based upon the information that we received from the MSDSs. And we called it more or less an awareness training, so it gave them an opportunity to understand that above all, responding, that the first thing that they really need to do is focus on the safety of themselves, their colleagues and teammates. It was really enjoyable. We had really enjoyable sessions with the teams. I can't express the appreciation that we have as a training school with the attendance and the attitude that everyone brought. I mean, it was, there was some really good learning, really good awareness. Some people were able to really move forward and project themselves probably a lot more forward than they would normally do. And they found out that they were actually quite capable at managing and dealing with certain tasks. So it was a really good, enjoyable experience with training the Navigator Terminals. We look forward to doing it in the future, and hopefully they've come away with a better awareness or understanding of the risks that they have to manage, and also some of the risks that we have to manage if we're responding to their terminals.